So police officers are arresting children for not being vaccinated while murder rate is going sky high. No wonder 300,000 people have left New York. And salutations, my lovely little lunatics. It's me, your friendly psychopath Insanity, here with my co-host Bob.
Hello.
And today, on the Insane Report, we're talking about the great exodus from New York. If it's not the horrible mandates and the cops literally enforcing, unconstitutional edicts at this point, it could be the rampant crime. The fact that a terrible, tiny little studio could cost you $100,000 or so on. Or the people are just like, I'm done. I'm outie. And they're leaving for places like Florida and Texas. Well, honestly, as long as those people leave the bull that caused New York City to get that way behind in their voting history, then I'm fine with it. But anyways, before we continue on, make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on Locals,
Rumble,
Minds,
Bastion,
and Getter. Also, if you feel like helping build up this poor little asylum, maybe throw a few dollars at us on PayPal or some Bitcoin.
or Ethereum. So, it is actually getting bad, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, I've got a couple articles here. We're going to talk about how because all I hear is I hear rampant crime, people being attacked out of nowhere for no reason other than, hey, the cops are going to come after us.
Well, why wouldn't they come after you?
Because they're too busy going after children like in the Applebee's because they didn't have their vax cards. So stupid. Anyways, we'll just jump into it and read the insanity.
That's what we do.
And we'll pay. From the Daily Mail. That's some fine police work. Moment sobbing girl, 9 years old, and 5 adults are arrested at New York's Natural History Museum for refusing to show CCP-19 vaccine cards. Onlookers heckled heavily handed NYPD cops.
It is. Our brother's a cop. He deals with a ton of unimaginable garbage.
But he's down here in Texas, so this kind of stuff doesn't really do too much.
Yeah, which is the thing. Even if we lived up there, he said, nah, he would have quit. He would have gone private security, something, because he just can't deal with this.
But that's the thing. All the good cops have quit in these areas. So all you have left are the crony stooges who go, I don't care, I get paid. So, and that's why you get stuff like this. 5 adult anti-vax mandate protesters. I'm glad they say anti-vax mandate protesters and not anti-vax, because there is a difference despite the fact of what the people are trying to make it.
Oh yeah, the fact that anti-vax in in the dictionary now says you are anti-vax if you don't want to get vaccines or vaccine mandates. Yeah, no, that's stupid. Continuing on. Protesters were arrested and a 9-year-old girl was detained after staging a protest at American Museum of Natural History. Video shows sobbing 9-year-old girl named Jayla being escorted out of the museum on Wednesday night. Jayla was part of a group affiliated with New York City Freedom Rally, which has been staging protests against vaccine mandate throughout New York City. Their arrests come despite soaring crime levels, which we'll get to in a minute, levels in NYC, amid criticism of the city's woke DA, Alvin Bragg's progressive new policies. Oh, yeah. If you do certain things, we're not, no bond, no nothing. I mean, you had a gun and you were pointing it at somebody, but you weren't actually going to use it. So, yeah, go back on the streets with you rapscallion. Continuing on. Last week, Deloitte worker Michelle Go was pushed to her death in front of a subway train. On Wednesday, a baby was shot in the face in the Bronx. Yes, we're going to go with that. If I remember correctly, I think Michelle Go was the one with the crazy dude. Oh yeah, the one whose sister called when he was released from a mental hospital going, don't release him from the mental hospital. But they did it anyways, and then he went and killed somebody. I think that's the one. Anyways, continuing on. Jayla's mother, Maria, and 4 others were arrested after refusing to show their vaccine passports or leave the museum. Now, I can kind of understand. It's the whole fact of I can understand when they say, please leave, and you don't leave. The problem is, though, why they had to leave. If they were being unruly, which it doesn't seem like it. But once again, the fact that show us the passport. Papers, please. Really scary. Really scary. But once again, Gina Carano was evil and wrong. Continuing on. Every museum visitor 5 years and older is required to show proof of CCP-19 vaccination. Once again, 5 years. I mean, The WHO literally just came out. There was another article about The WHO just coming out and saying, okay, yeah, we'll lower the age. But at the same time, we're getting studies. YouTube, don't get mad at me because these are actual studies found that a lot of people, they may be having problems with some of these things that go on. But no, give it to children who literally have, like, this is negligible.
Yeah, the flu is worse for this than children at this point.
Yep, but no, get vaxxed. Get vaccinated. Do as we say. Do as we say, or you will be a second-class citizen. Or, even worse, you'll be like the Uyghurs in China. Continuing on. Maria and her daughter, Jayla, left the 20th precinct about 2 hours later. So, yeah, traumatizing event for the kid, but that's the whole thing. They're doing this. They're dealing with this. When we got this. Would you, Bob?
From the Daily Mail, hate crimes in NYC skyrocket. Attacks on Asians up 343% and Hispanics up 700% from 2020 to 2021 as woke DA Alvin Bragg says he's expanding the hate crimes unit to address racially motivated attacks. Hate crimes rose 96% overall in New York City from 2020 to 2021, with Asian Americans attacks rising 343%, new NYPD data shows. Hispanic hate crimes also up 700%, with a total of 8 people being attacked compared to just 1 in 2020. Well, that's not that bad.
Well, go down a little further.
A total of 538 hate crimes took place in 2021 compared to 275 in 2020. Okay, yeah, that's kind of bad.
Yep, it doubled, basically. Wait, did it? Yeah, it almost doubled.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, 48, said on Friday that he would be expanding hate crime unit by partnering with local communities to address the increase.
And just talking about violence here. From the Daily Mail. Pictured, Bronx baby girl shot in the head while she sat next to her mom in the car. As relatives reveal she is spending her first birthday in a hospital recovering for brain surgery.
God, it's horrible.
Yep, yeah, but this is just what you expect in New York. Catherine Ortiz turned one on Friday after undergoing brain surgery. She was shot in the left cheek while sitting in a car with her 32-year-old mother in the Ford Manor district of the Bronx on Wednesday. A male suspect further up the block started firing at another man around 6:45, and the baby was hit in the cheek. Her mother wasn't injured.
Oh, God, could you imagine how traumatizing that is for the mom?
Oh, yeah, no. I imagine because here's the big thing. I'm hoping that when the bullet hit the child didn't spend a bunch of time screaming and crying in pain. Hopefully they passed out. But that would also mean that the mom, you hear gunshots, you drive off, you're like, oh, God, Catherine, are you? Ah! God, I can't imagine that. Catherine was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital in critical but stable condition before being transferred to another hospital. Mother Miranda Gomez, 32, on Thursday said her daughter is expected to survive. Thank goodness. In the first 2 weeks of January, there were 52 shootings and 57 people injured at a 15.6% rise on the 2021 statistics. Here you go. Here we go. Police recorded, the police records counted 1,562 shootings across the 5 boroughs last year. 30 more than in 2020, so, but with the Bronx accounting for 32% of the shootings. But no. This is what's important. This is what police need to focus on. Yeah, doesn't it? Good job, police. Good job. This is why a lot of people no longer back the blue in a lot of these states. Because it's just off, which leads into this story from the Intelligencer. New York State population fell by over 300,000 this year. Enhance. In August, New York City received some good news from the United States Census Bureau. Despite hand-wringing during the early days of the pandemic about the city's decline, its population actually grew from 8.18 to 8.80 over the last decade. New York State, however, does not appear to be so lucky. Okay. Census data released on Monday shows that the Empire State population decreased by more than 319,000 from July 2020 to July 2021, marking the most significant population decline of the state in the U.S. at a loss of 1.9%. Once again, when domestic, we don't care. New York suffered an even worse. Okay, so it got even worse. There's 352,185 residents. Many of the larger population trends hold true over the past, despite the skewing of the pandemic. Texas, which grew by over 3.3 million people between 2010 and 2020, saw the largest jump in its population, increasing 1.1%, or 310,228 people. So, these people are done with this. Now, like I said before, this is kind of one of the things I believe in. I believe if you move from one of these certain states to another state, you shouldn't be allowed to vote in any state or local election until you've had a certain amount of time living here, maybe 2 to 3 years. Because that allows you to see how everything's running. And if you really want to vote that way, at that point in time, you can do it. Because what was that one funny article?
Oh, about the person who left California, goes to Austin, immediately hates it, just starts moaning and whining and moves back.
Yeah, because, the people, oh, God, this isn't California. Oh, God, there's freedom, and they may have guns. Oh, God. So, yeah. But, yeah, once again, this shows just how utterly backwards the world is, especially because, because, after all, Britain, or the UK, got rid of all of their COVID stuff. It's all gone. They said, nope, no more. Okay, we're done. Because Boris Johnson got caught at one too many parties when they said he shouldn't.
And yeah, he was just like, okay, well, at least I'll make it so they don't fully hate me.
Whereas here in the United States, which Whitmer, Newsom, the new lady who took over for Cuomo, and the one guy taking over for de Blasio, no, they don't care. They don't. But also, a good thing is that it is having such a huge backlash that, 28 Democrats are they're not even going to run for office. I think it's the Senate/House. They're not even going to run. They know they are doomed.
Well, at least they see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, and the voting rights bill, quotation, got smacked down because they're like, we have to get rid of the filibuster because it's evil. And yet, back when Trump was in office, they were like, oh, God, never get rid of the filibuster. We need it. So, yeah, it's just showing people are done with this. And they're leaving places that think they have the right to force you to either get a medical procedure that could affect the rest of your life without them ever having to be responsible for it. Because the Carhartt thing?
Oh, yeah, the working clothes people. Yeah, no, if you want to mandate a medical procedure, you have to sign the company should have to sign a document saying they take full responsibility financially for anything bad that happens because of this procedure for life. Because such a procedure can affect your life, and you never know when. But they won't.
So, yeah, it's hilarious. But anywho, I just thought people would like to see that just the backwardsness of all of this. And hopefully change your mind if you are that vote blue no matter who individual who thinks COVID is quite literally the worst disease of all time and that January 6th was just as bad as 9/11. Or that George Floyd is greater than MLK.
Can't believe Biden said that.
I can't believe it either, but it's boiled brain Biden. That'll be the end of this video. If you like this video, then shake the like button and subscribe for more.
Insanity.
And I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.